Prince Ameen, welcome to WhatCulture Wrestling. Now, I am training to be a pro wrestler.
Yep.
You are a pro wrestler.
That's right.
So I want to hear about your experiences. How was it for you learning to become
First
a
of
pro
all, why are you wanting to be a professional wrestler?
Why do I want to be a professional
that's
wrestler?
right.
It's a great question.
Yeah, I should
Don't
be the interviewer.
You should be. Do you want the mic?
I don't know.
I'm
I'm okay for now.
I don't know. I just love it, and I thought I got to a point where I was like, if I don't do this now, I'm never going to do it.
Yeah.
Even if I fail, I've got to give it a go.
So for me, I think why I started wrestling was, when you're a kid and you get told pro wrestling's not real.
Yeah.
And instantly everybody just starts saying, oh, we dislike the product, we don't like it anymore, it's not real, why are you watching it, it's fake. For me, it's like a magic trick. If I show you an amazing card trick, and I show you like this amazing, and the card disappears out of my hand, what's the first question that you're going to ask?
How did you do that?
How did you do
exactly,
it? That's exactly what happened to me, and I thought I need to know how they fooled me for this long. And I started looking into wrestling promotions, but when I started wrestling, it was like 14 years ago, so it's a long time.
Yeah, it's a long time.
And I used to live in Leeds, and the only wrestling school I found was two. One in Portsmouth, FWA Academy.
Yep.
Big shout out to Mark Sloan, good lad. And also one in Newcastle called WZW. Yep. Big shout out to Iceman. Yeah, there you go. But no, for me, it involved. It was on a Sunday. It involved 2 train journeys, a metro journey, and a bus. So it was. I needed to know what it was. But
yeah.
I think what it is like, about the magician's trick again. I think it's, now that I know how it's done, it's now become an art form for me. It's not, and for the same people that decided to say, wrestling is not real. Why are you watching that for? Why do you want to go down that route? I asked the question. Why do you pay £10 to go watch a movie in the cinema? You know full well it's 2 actors playing a part, but for that hour and a half that you're watching this movie, you switch off.
Yeah.
It's suspension of disbelief. Yeah. That's what we say.
Exactly.
So exactly. So it's we forget. And if I can do that, and if I can make an audience of 800, 900 people are going to be here today, if I can make them just switch off for 1 second and instantly boo me or cheer me or manipulate them however I want them to be manipulated, that is such a buzz for me, and it's amazing. It's amazing.
And what about the actual sort of learning to wrestle itself? Because that it's hard. There's no two ways about it. It's hard, but it's also rewarding.
Okay.
I say that in all these interviews. But how was it for you?
It's 100% rewarding, and with me training 14 years ago, it was a different mentality. These days, you can find a training school quite local to you.
Loads.
There is absolute tons, and there's wrestling shows up and down the country. British wrestling is booming right now. When I was there, it was very limited. There were shows, but it was very hard to get on them. It was kind of a closed business. We didn't really talk much about wrestling. We didn't want to tell people where to train or anything like that, and it was really difficult. However, I spent 3 years in a wrestling gym training every week to be able to get my first opportunity on a show. Yeah. Nowadays, you could probably do it in 6 months or something. But I am so grateful for the fact that I waited 3 years, because 3 years enabled me to hone my craft. I didn't go out there after 6 months and stink up the place. Yeah. Right? You never get a first impression.
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%.
So if you go out there the first time and you stink up the place, no matter how much you improve, 2 years down the line, people are always going to remember that first one. Yeah. So for me, I was like, with 3 years, I was still pretty. It wasn't very good. Right. But I was so grateful that I spent that time. But all that time, the whole experience was amazing. Just learning how to do moves, watching stuff, studying everything, and then taking it to training and trying to incorporate that. It was some of the best time in wrestling for me. It really was.
That's what you want to hear, though, right?
Yeah.
So if you're starting off and you're enjoying it, then your journey, as they say, is only going to get better.
Exactly. However, I started off enjoying it. I had passion for it, but there were several parts of it that I did not enjoy. And I'm sure.
I mean, which bits didn't you enjoy?
Well, the stuff where it involves falling, that hurts a lot.
The stuff when you run for about 72 years.
The running as well. That's hard. I still find that hard. But everything hurts, and everyone always believes that we can learn how to fall and blah blah blah. We learn how to fall, but we learn how to fall so that we have the minimal amount of pain. But there is still pain. Yeah. Everything hurts. Yeah. And there'd be days I go home. I remember one time I got clotheslined over the top rope, hit my shin. right on the male bit right here, and then had to go to the hospital, got stitches involved, and this was just at training. It wasn't even at a show, and you ask yourself, do I really want to go back to training next week and do the same thing?
Yeah, I've been there. I've been there, yeah. I hit my head.
You hit your
I
head?
hit my head, I busted my head open, and I went, do I want to go back? But I did go back.
You did go back?
And I'm glad I did.
Why did you go back?
Because I don't like giving up on things, basically. But also because it didn't feel right. It didn't feel right to give up.
But I asked the question, would you give up on something that you really cared about?
Exactly.
And would you give up on something that you're so passionate about? And
Exactly.
no matter what would happen in terms of injury-wise, the result was always better than what was happening at the time, because at the end goal is to get on a wrestling show and entertain some fans, entertain a crowd, and I'm here. I'm here. Can you believe it?
I can't
believe it.
One more question.
Go
You've been
for
doing it for 14 years, which is incredible.
Yeah,
There's
it's
no
a
two ways
long
about
time.
it. Do you still feel like you're learning today?
Oh, if you ever stop learning, quit the business.
Yeah.
Really, you will learn every single day, and if you don't learn, you're either arrogant and you don't want to learn, which we don't want you in wrestling anyway, or you know too much and you can't go anywhere further and you need to retire.
Yeah.
If you stop learning, then leave. And it's not just learning in the ring. It's not just learning in front of fans. It's learning on stuff like just sharing car journeys with people, and just learning the finer details. Because what you'll find is once you've become a pro wrestler, you can go in front of a crowd and you can wrestle, you can entertain some fans, great. But you'll need these minor tweaks, and that stuff cannot be taught in a training school.
You just have to learn them.
That's just you have to go out. You have to go out and exactly work with the instincts, and not just that. You learn from the vets, the people who have been doing it longer. They might have a bit more experience. They'll pass some knowledge on to you that you wouldn't get in a training school. So if you ever stop learning, Aniska would say it's time to quit. Time to quit.
There you go. Prince Ameen, you know what you're talking about. That was really good. You know your stuff. I'm impressed.
Can you believe it?
I still can't believe it.
I can't believe it.
can.
Are we here right now?
I don't know. The lights did just go off, which was weird. But the lighting rig just
Can you
changed,
still
it's
see
fine.
me? That is
You
the
can still
question.
see me.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
it did it again.
Oh.
That must be lenses. Right.
Okay, so
we're going to end this before the lights go off completely.
That's it.
That was good.
Thank you very much.
Cheers,
Thank you, man. Cheers.
I will delete WCPW. It's over.